was your mission, some Nasiana. My penny is Excellency John Jomani Mahamad ya to just an unknown Subrani at Toya, Kofo Yene de Breo Mino. A quaintam Cassiapa, edited a horn one day, a hano or down not edify a yet they see yano elm. Nano watch us any many ya, one a cabi a woman, womo en shia na womo en twatwa jen, a few omo en sijna, who quayon befaso ayas, how you know, you bet me a swano and ampo, you bet me a sea no quay be ensan so nc ebu. Watch them more, sister, a yesikan kwa, dear Brunbecca funding na, no dear or bet me ashebo, as yan shed anyana do dear nansono, or bebwan homodia seka crebia or hobiano, obey at dear buanasa or how you know yet me. Esia no kwansan se de ekoye no antwa yie enti won pese bi ebesan so esibio.
That's affected a lot of the southern coastal part of our country. I deemed it necessary for us to have a national security meeting to discuss the issues arising out of that natural disaster. It's become a recurring incident, but of course this was far worse than any that we have seen, both because of the vagaries of climate change. Aside from that, too, the pressures of urbanization. Accra being the capital, it is expanding at a very alarming rate. Of course, we've asked the Army to get involved in the flood mitigation measures, and then also NADMO and others are involved in relief. Spreading of relief items. And so we want to look at what's been happening so far and what the measures we have to put in place going forward would be. Happily, the Minister of Finance has released some money from the contingency fund for us to be able to finance the mitigation measures going forward. We might not be able to completely eliminate flooding because it's a natural disaster that happens not only in our part of the world, it happens in other areas. But we can minimize it and make its effect less disastrous like what happened. In this particular case, all countries from Gabon to Cote d'Ivoire reported flooding and some loss of lives, some much higher than us. And like we Christians say, in everything we give thanks, and we hope that we should be able to work so that we ameliorate the difficulty that people are suffering.
Abusia me come anim won samfo from a ene na soafo a omai ohye eye yehomasua ensem so ene nyamfo Haruna Idrisu wa Ghana police adwumaye ko no se animanimu ya no wo mo enhwehwe tichani a ya na no eye social media yi so video bi e ko viral na ono ene eye school ni baako na wo mo edi empemu agro na enema bia na wo mo eye nso no chese na sabi ense emfata se tichani ene school ni ebedi sa agro no na sa semisi ewo eye Bole Senior High School eho na teacher ene suani ewa sa eye teacher yi no ochre and omo eye science laboratory na womo echre se ho nso na asem no edi esi ya video no ko viral na no na so afọ no chre se eye unacceptable oman nya de etumiji sa ne ma ne tum ema ye nso so afen so kra eni we enim gwase pa se wu teacher ni ade akra be down wo abeja o se chre na ade na afi one no ekotu sa eye anamon we ensa na emfata enti no police fo enhwehwa no na omo enche no sanse ye chre se ode no ho akamra wo mo chre mu se eye ya hye ibi so eye sister countries ibi border countries ibi no wo susu se ho ba bi ana owure ya akohye nti wo se police fo momode a na wo mo enso no pechi emfa no bra na ombegina emra no anim na wode nsem nyina to dwa wo bra kopie me wo 2026 Gallup National School Awards ene ya ena wode ensem to dwa.
Or a student, don't spare the rod. And don't spare the rod. So the Director General of GES there must be consequences for misconduct. Conduct that is not consistent with acceptable norms and code of behavior. And you must ensure that we are moving away from responsibility-centered discipline to progressive discipline. And you have the full authority of the state to move away from responsibility-centered discipline, where you give them an opportunity to correct. We'll still give them, but your discipline must be progressive. And it must be one for which learners must pay for misconduct, and teachers too must pay for misconduct. We've seen the example in Bole. Unacceptable, shameful. So the police, we are watching you, and we are watching how you proceed with the investigation and how you go further to do the needful of prosecution to deter that unacceptable behavior and conduct of a teacher.
Abusua wo ensam foforo mu no emrahye bedwani di ma adehye mo wo damango abato ne empesua so eyo no nyamfo Samuel abu jinapo wono na o challenge aban na o kyerese wo munka bi enhyemu omote ya omonse aban the proposal bi abase osanso eri introduce ana osan akofa regional tribunals de aba na mpo no wode abepie mu wo parliament omo ekyeremu se the attorney general na wa request ese house no na se parliament enshanjintum na womo ensan boa na womo kofa tribunals they are nanka wo regions na so se manto ahodo emu na nka boa na ensem aya na akwako choki na akodoso court no nka womo ahye na sa backlogs no nsem ni bi no sa doso dodo na delay acha adoso ntine nkwantem a na chesenka bi afa tribunals no so nanka etumi aboa na asendie na etumi akoso no eno ana yera ginapo ba be kiremu se dabi we di on the hunu se ade was say yetumi esanso kofa sa ade ba de momu no eniema papa ne was say yedi egu apono so nhihye ne was wonom na womo etrete na existing high courts wo oman mu se be ya so munya kade na eniema hodo mu hia no mutimi tretre ma agina ne nan so a ebeboa ama backlogs cases wo ho no womo etumi adi ni nyina sense yese kwahya ase na yakwa se se kwahye bibi foforo ase ana se yesa akoye bibi foforo ebio na wode ensemi nyina no edit uja obra wogina tribunals bill 2026 and so ogina ya sabre no debate ya na ekoso the committee on subsidiary legislation and now on the constitutional and legal affairs na okoko pie was committee no so didn't semi etuja enkwana entino.
What we are known for and what the Ghanaian people are used to is a magistrate stroke district court, circuit court, high court, court of appeal, Supreme Court. The Attorney General and the government is before this house, asking this house to pass a bill for the establishment of regional tribunals with a chairman who should have the qualification or to be a high court judge and 2 lay people. That is what the Attorney General is asking us to do. And the question I ask, Mr. Speaker, respectfully, why do we need regional tribunals when we have a circuit district court, a circuit magistrate court, we have a district magistrate court, a circuit court, a high court, a court of appeal, a Supreme Court? Why must we have regional tribunals in addition to that? Mr. Speaker, if you read the report says they want to clear some 3,360 backlog cases. Why can we not strengthen the existing high courts, retool them, get more judges, get them more logistics, put in place equipment, computers to get fast-track systems into the High Court, get them more clerks, get them more judicial officers, strengthen the High Court, so that the High Court, as we know in Ghana, and as we've known in the course of this Fourth Republic, and as we've known in the First Republic, we've known in the Second Republic, we've known in the Third Republic, only when we had a military administration did we have regional tribunals. The High Court that we've known in the history of our country since 1957, as we know, in all the jurisdictions, the famous jurisdictions, legal jurisdictions in the world, the United Kingdom, where we derived our law from common law, the High Court, where we know what we know from there. Why can we not strengthen the High Court in Ghana to clear this 3,360 backlog of cases?
Alensi, the Attorney General Extremua, or see cases 3,360 and a backlog. I no a war honomua, yen call home crass and say a year court no and call a delivery no and contemptimenti and or suggest a year. Now, committee, be it is a year the subsidiary legislation and of a constitutional and legal affairs, a warm and a course sitting as I semi got all mapunoso and I feel most of them report a BPM. Parliament and nam so a yera eye ginapo etre na adwen ede afa eye sansemi ehom abusua wo ensamfo from nso no soafo aya wo no e na ohye oman yapomudin ensam eso anaso se apomudin ehye yapomudin so ye ehye apomudin ensam so wo man Ghana mu no soafo ne yakwabna minta akando ne nyamfo wo no e na ekasei na wo kire mu a o se Parliament is abrede nka omo aye krado pa as womo ebombodin na so say abaya ye krado se enka wager ye pediatric hospital ye wo ho no enka wono ebehye na nko womo ebia no se beya ebetumi asom eye adehye no na enya boapayo na abaya yi nani se ayaresabia no onkonko bia no tse dem na ano no omanfo bi ko gina ho ye kira no o se nya boapayo na emomu no niama 1 or 2 bi ewo ho no mo no enwie peye ana contractor so on handing over hospital na firma so mo de ma contractor e no ye enwa adwuma entinko wawie no e wose wotumi handing over the man ban na afia ban so etumi bia no e de ama adehye no but enko ba ne sa na enka niema 1 or 2 bi se na bidi nka kan na e wo ho mo guso aban aya ye na afemu dia anti afe no wo mo hwe ni mu ese contractor no so e be na afemu dia na afe no etumi aboa wo kire se sika World Bank e de ehye mu no ye sika enye sika keto na kuma ya yebeye hwe han se enhye emfa engunti bre no anamrepa no ebemu ana contractor no ema ekwan a na Ojai hospital ni mu e de mayen ya aban so of course ono so ebebia no de ama de hye no.
I inherited the project. It's World Bank funded project, and in the course of the construction, the World Bank raised issues of what we call misprocurement. And so we had to deal with the issues of misprocurement. The Speaker, since then, we have on standby the full complement of staff for the facility, number 1. Mr. Speaker, we have invited the contractor on several occasions. In some instances, he sent his representative. The last meeting will take place on the 10th of this month. Today is on the 8th. So on the 10th of this month, the contractor is not in the country at the moment. We have invited him, and on the 10th was his request that he will be available personally for us to conclude on the matters. So, Mr. Speaker, let me put it on record that it's not as though the facility has been fully completed. There are no issues, and government deliberately do not want to commission. The Speaker, as we sent people from the Ghana Health Service to the facility, there are equipment that have not been installed, and there are others that have been installed, but we don't have complete access, and the project has not been handed over to the ministry. So we are engaging with the contractor to resolve the issues so that the project will be fully handed over to the ministry for its operationalization. So, Mr. Speaker, once again, I put it on record that the project has not been fully completed, 1. 2, the project has not been handed over to the ministry for its operationalization. Mr. Speaker, I can assure you that if the project is handed over this morning, in the next 24 hours, we don't even need to do any fanfare. We will commission the project because we have a full complement of staffing for that particular facility.
Awusia ye be koye nim edia eguso a e wo mrahye bedwefie na we de school for a womo ewo ekrofom abato ne empesua so asante manse mu womo ena sabre de o mabo modi abo anan no makosra womo emrahye bedwani ononyamfo Joseph Azuma na womo ekoye no hu ehia se na wone ensentrofo atwetwe enkomo na womo akwa aba na womo akwa aba wieye no ode ensembi eto manu kire se oba ye no ode initiatives bebre aba wo ba beboa sanso se hu masua ho nsem de na koma so pa ya obepese abato ne empesua so no so yesikani we ohiani no wo so bia etumi enya ne chefa e wo nwomasua emu enkoba ne se hiani ba de enya de obetumi akọ school diskani ba eninti no wa printed textbooks na afaniama hodo bi nso eguso a wo pipeline mu a wo ya ni nyina no wo de ebo na nwomasua ensem no etumi akọ nanim e wo nabato ne empesua so.
For them to enhance their education. On the 5th March this year, to launch one of the bold initiatives that I have for them to enhance their education, and that of the education in the district at large. So I went there to give them exercise books. I have so far printed 60,000 free exercise books, distributing to all the students in the district. I went there to launch the initiative. That very day, I gave them 1,000 copies. I also have an initiative of supporting the needy students with uniforms, which I also distributed 500 school uniforms that very day to Damponyase and Wamase. I have so far invested hugely when it comes to education in the district, because I believe that education is the only bridge that can bring the poor and the rich together on one table, and that the important investment we can make for the future is investing in education. So I've always put a lot of resources in there. I'm building a school with my common fund at Wamase. Last year I awarded the best 30 performed BEC students, which I will do this year as well. I've so far distributed motorbikes to all the circuit supervisors in the district so that they can do effective monitoring and supervision. I've so far given laptops and other equipment to the district education office to enhance them, keep records, and also plan the activity.
Afiori no de futuo ma mofra no ese oye na afemu de no so monsunso eyo ma afemu de ne sen so mbe ma omoni abra de suamu na wa hye omo kasa mu kro omo ba ye na ono omo adidi nkomo a obisa obia se onyi ade na abaya we simeye soafo na chese minister we simeye doctor we simeye nurse ene sa ne ma ne nyina no o kire se enya miracle enya nsankyere ne wonna ena sa ade no etumi abem e wo so omo yire omo ho ana wo mu esua ade afei wo mu ntwe omo ho mfemfiri aguboni edie ehon se enda be mani oba endamu basa no se bi ombetwe omo ho edi efri ho na ode ena no eye Swafo a wo hye oman bambo mu ensem ede betu dwa kire mu se yenuanom ne office ne yemeye a wo mo ekọ senka various security agencies no mo kopemu kwan ya adwuma no enkwa wie kire no enipa 1300 na ye kire se wo mo koye health screening no ye hu so mo HIV AIDS yare bi ama esi wo mo kwan so mbekọ akwakosom oman no eni nti ode ni nyina eye efutuo na afenso no edisua de de ma wo mo se wo mo nchi wo mo ho enfemfiri eye enabasa any aguboni edi ho.
So I took the opportunity to talk to them today, tell them, remind them that their future depends on what they do for themselves today. It's not by miracle for you to become a doctor, for you to become a minister, for you to become a member of parliament, for you to become a teacher, and many more. It's about how you want your future to be. You have the power in your hands. So far as your parents and other people are ready to support your education, you have to be committed. You have to dedicate yourself. You have to put in effort, be disciplined, respect your teachers, respect elders, and be obedient to them when they talk about, when they give you instructions, you listen to them, you go by their instructions. And if you are able to do that and you pay attention to your teaching, your education, future, you become a great person in the future. So I also reminded them about yesterday, the Interior Minister account to the committee when he mentioned a very serious issue of about 1,300 applicants who were, after the medical examination screening it came out that they have HIV. So the thing is real, and that nobody is immune. If you don't take care of yourself well, and you end up sleeping with guys here and there for money or for whatever means, at the end of the day, you get it, you contract it. So I also reminded them that there is that danger ahead of them. All of us, we should be careful the way we do things.
Awusia yebe free parliament na yankwa akire bia egusu agina ho na afi no ho ensemo sanse ho na ye hemra na ye hwe nso semra no yebetumi edisuo na soafo a wo hwe oman akwan na afi no akwantempon ensem eso mechire minister for roads and highways honorable Kwame Govins Agboza e dia tudwa as what the 2 months bosumi mienu pe an ultimatum e de eye contractor ono ekuta eye Greenhouse International Development Limited contractor wono na sa eye company ne ekita no aye de eye akwan bi amane se won ya wo twintwa ne nase edefa eye sa akwan ne ho no oso kopie mu e wo have hohoi akwan tempon na akwan no sa contractor ne edi adwuma ede ama no na have na hohoi fo esu sa chese contractor yes ede adwuma ne ma na enye ne wo chese o de kokwa sasa so obeye ase wonye the big push is ma penye ni so ade hunu se constituency bia ebenya ne chefa ewo mu eni ti no esoafo ne se wo ma ne bosumi mienu epe esese wa ma ne nan anye ha wa ma ne nan se anye ntie wadwuma ne ho ne wa anye anyi ne nsa amfemfiri ho amfa ansoma de hye na so obeye na dwen se o de adwuma ne bedi agora ye nkrokro bia ewo man mu obeje adwuma ne ede afiri ne nsem amanipa neni eda honum odi nsemi etu dwa wo bra obo anan ekọ se wo kọ na wa inspect adwuma no ne pompon so akwakodru.
You've been on this project since 20 what? Was it 2013 or 2012?
Yeah, 2012.
2012. And up to 2016, a new government came 2017 to 2025. And then so you've been on this road for so long, so setting up camp and everything. We have already been here, and fortunately we changed this to Big Push. We prioritized part of your payment under the Cocoa Road and paid you. So money is not the problem. The problem is that you are just not working hard enough on this road. You are not working hard enough. You don't have enough equipment on site. The whole 50-something stretch, we see you working only partially in Hawkway Town. None of the explanation you've given me can account for you not working. You have 2 months to bring your program to 20% or consider the fact that we'll bring somebody else to complete this work. This is a very critical road in the trunk road network of our country. You've been here since 2012. Aren't you tired of being on the same road, giving excuse? We've changed the rate of this project again and again and again. And if you are somebody born and you live on this corridor, you would have been tired of every government coming to say, we are coming to complete this project. So you have 2 months to bring your program up to minimum 20%, or we would assume that for 14 years you are not capable of doing the work. It's as simple as that.
Okay,
yes, and definitely create other gangs on this road. You cannot work.
Abusia mejira nsem we so na ya homekase ne so agya aboafo enkrato madaruma iba meto ansem ne so amamo. Abusi akwacha aboafo nkrato ebe na wansese munya adaje na mochen ye meto ansem ne so ede amamo meto aso dia ene na obahema owo kobedi acheremade abusua emu na eno ewo Doma East District ye wo Bono Mantemu wano ena afe eye abakuma hema ena afe abusua panyi ena etu ahen ne esi ahenfo aya womo ewo eye acheremade royal family ne emu no abusua ne mu no womo ena sabire womo ekasei na womo echra womo so womo aka abom ama ene womo etu eye ohene a owo eye kobedi acheremade nana chimberima apaw ya ne ntodi ede nana enti na de enti a womo etu na de so no womo echiremu ede hire nsenchirofo ya abusua panyi ya wa acheremade no wono ena wone nsenchirofo etimi edi nka chichi nkomo na Matthew ba ena sabre de ochiremu ade kronti a nam so a wono etu eye womo ehene no ade so kirese mfirichi aduanan ne edi ni si ade so enya ade ampuntunwuma bia watumi apre bidi abre kobedi abusua na sa acheremade entina chese hu akohia afenso so wo mbuo bia niema wo ye nyina so bia ni hwanom a eda edi ana echire mpo so oyede hye mpo ni akoka so oyo hene entina hu ahia ese so obeguo mo anim ase agu nkonwa ne ho fi ede a wo mutu na de so ye nkwa na yentie no
na ya hu ni se na beji agunwa no mfi aduanan miesani oye hwe wo abusua no fi kwa nyina bubu odimi ya ho hwe oye bibi omo ya mane o se hina aye ngwasi afọ elimi ya nsa ndi on kan kire ni ya zuen tim ne entina eji aya gwese ni amanya anya no onye hwe wo hazi oje zenna na kura ne ngo fa obeji akonwa no o se ebo ano anya hwe o so chiche bo fu kura o adugo ba utide no ya onye hwe a o se de ani wae doma fino abubu aso de enso abubu ultimisi ya nano wo besi hene wa moya mane re ya monsi yani yosha beto so wa fa chire abesi na nado da na ebusu sa mi nti bi kurada ndi mene hemane abakuma ine mpa info je se yenti ne je ofri na ko no onye hene bio
Just abusua panyi eye nana Matthew ba ena ene wa kire ensemu na anso honom a eye abakuma hema ya ono so wa kire made nana ajo abene wa enso adibi eka ho kirem se no kra na omo ehene no eye no eye nana nti eye nde na chese hu behia se wase etu na de so ene sen omo kire se abusua nsa se ede da honom nyina no nana twa no oton a na osika no ode ahye na taa so enya de obu nkonta ede ma obia no echi nso no eniema bia oye no enso kra na egu nkonwa ne ho fi na enso kra mfata se wase etumi ba ne saa afi eni de enso kra mfa ma abusua panyi anei wono ena obo ahye ma yesi na de onfa buo ema abusua panyi ba ko sei na mpo yakoka na na hema empo ni omo amaka nyina enti ho ahia ese ewoso mu etu na de so na enyimonyam esa ba nkonwa ne ho ebio
na kondwa na bentu no na message se bentu na adentino na ano doctor osadefo oye ni bibi ahemfie na antimantutu ntumangu so anyere amma that means say babutu akondwa na otisa batu no enti mu ni tumi say mu betwitwa nsase me kan de ye kan e bia no bantie sesi ya me ka say no park ya yabo so ball wodo ayi acheremade ha no park ni hu nyina ba twitwa abasi dan wo ho eno ati no ahemfie na kina bi nka nyame to yensa ma ye beba no ono susu ahemfie na ti nyina acheremade ha ba 60 ho nyina ga na o ya hu hwe onyeye imeka no ya ahemfie no ebu ba bia nkondwa ne gu no sese ebu kura ye hu ba bia be sese ebu say akwado man nkura o wa bi 3 ayefie yade yan gini na nanti esi akondwa so no na adi musika saa 43 years di sese fie no oye bia ni sese wa ati do man nkuro bia no fa ho a ye kura ye de fie fa ho a ne ye fere fie no fa nyina abubu eno ntinna koko kase ada bofodu na na yare to akondwa no ho wutidi ya na kwase aboa na kwase aboa ni ono ne hwema odi sa akondwa na ochichiri sa akuro no bofodu kuro no saa chia me kwase aboa no ono so ne ma be mu se de wo ye no entwaye enti ba papa no prekope be no na fe no be no wa ba be de aba be hia akasa be ba ya ono wadi di batam pasa be papa na ono chichiri kuro no chia me kwase aboa na ono achichiri kuro no wadi di na tansa won ba ya na mobra obehwa aba no ma oyo wo shini sore sa nka woko ne baba akoso wafa gwachi akwa buru no ofa gwachi ni de hu se ne papa do prekope o sori firi ho enti papa ne de oyo ni kuro na ya ka kire be se ya yi be no sa akọmatifo ni nyina no sese na na ba ye no aro ne de ono no de bo ba be chichiri kuro no oba ya oni ye nhia ye nipa ya pe be ma be kofie kuro su dia yo
Abusia yebe free Doma East District ewo eye Bonumante mu na yabepie mu ewo eye Kwawu East na chese Kwawu nso eye Poye Mante mu na obepie mu ewo ho nso de ane na ohina wo Kwawu Kotoso na afi one ni mpanyifo ena sabre wo mo aka abom ya nei no wo mo ankasa hyehye wo mo emirabro ni beka se bylaws ibi ya eno no eba beboa na enkra kunkuma na nse wo mo se aka ne ho ana ma ne ho ne so ewo ho no wo mo atumi ahye etu ase edi afiri ho nom na bylaws no ebia ya wo nom ahye ene se wakekeeping se wo bia free mu na ye ba be pen krabia na ye be siripe ne de nya de asa de no betumi akos because ko ba ne sa no ahokwo ba krom na afe no de be si enya asi sa nso ane nkofo okotwi sodoku bia na bia wagya mofra wo fie obi betumi asi ekire no akofa nkra ne bi ni nyina ne sen wo mo ekire se enkwada mienu sa bra mo no kase ya no ye mo eku sa nkra na mo susu se susikadura ya rituals ho ne manyema bia ya oba akonso no oda hospital aya eno nso no baby oda na enye kra enti no mu ntumi ntina asese mpanyifo na mo nya hye han ema de ekosu ento aso enkwa no nti na wo mo abomodin a na wo mo ahye sa emra na ye bylaws no na traditional leaders no na matlan konya delegation no Kwawu hene da sebre akọ Akuamua Boatin ya wotoso emiensa wono na womo ekoko toa no na ohye eyi apaye edigu ensuo afram emu ya ene no wo de ahye prasa ne mafini nyina to egu na afenso no magya tum se sai bylaws no womo ahye na wobra sanchofo kopie mu ewo ho no bobra mo perform rituals no nana odame ansong ono Kwawu abene Akwamu hene wono na sabre die olidi omanfo na delegation no ema omukopie mu ewo dasibre Akuamua Boatin enim na wo ekotu sa anamon ode ensem bitu dwaye nkona entie no
ne krom ha yedi 1 week abebo no nsia 6 p.m. na mo ampo nyomlo obi adu ni machi ye ni 1 week ementra losia
mi adunga kanyiza adaso
eviti enne edeko ye twam wakekeeping ye twam
mi ga ogaso
ye twam ni say ye makwa mamunya wakekeeping enkosi adeche
naga na wakekeeping
ube ko wakekeeping na se no mi akasa makobi enkwara gu ase
wakekeeping amode fiso ala koma
mem presa bio me pese me bobi na na no ban me makwa mo bia enya wakekeeping ogroma ube ye wakekeeping na fako ogrom na ko ye wakekeeping na krom ha die ye makwa bio
1 week
6 o'clock
Kachapo.
Where don't say oh boy jump after 1 week 6 o'clock no.
America for how ka wu gatema.
Your bylaws or assembly.
Assembly.
Aban na ise samra no.
Etia
samra no.
Na awada semachia.
O yo so for no okrom a.
Na anyo so for la tiama.
About 7 o'clock a.
Na po ka antira.
Yen use mic.
Makaza maka ko for.
Enipa wa so dem on.
Amesa be so ko.
Wo kasa kire wo beti.
Na po no wase.
Yam primo bia use mic after 7 o'clock. E wa so bia mu. Eno so etwen kwara. Mom na tell na jo. Adi ka say. Me bo mi nana no ho ban. Me ntra ho. Emma enipa bonfo. Emma wura kro imu. Adnajo 7 o'clock. Ye na ye. Emma chichi me nana no mo ko. Enta no die. Mene me mpanifo. Mene abamu mpanifo. Ebisa woso. Obi biara obebusa amreso. Ye no obi ga. Afeso. Me dance osuko.
Tochi de dem no dafa.
Ene ya chire gofo bi.
Agbamila maro.
Enu o meka no nyonyonyo.
Agbami mi ro ha ga.
Ebe sram bebre.
Mare ko kuna mi.
Mama haza me twe maso.
Mama be abaka satu.
Mama haza me be panisi obi.
Mama be abaka kuna ni afi.
Obi nya ntra sumbie mu.
Mi no me ka tanya wode ka.
Asumbie edi wo asumbie wo bibia o.
Na mama fa le na ko si anu chechi.
Emre bi etwam.
Eyi ala bayi.
Na ka na da 6 o'clock.
Na me manyi ka ta.
Eno ni e pa na.
De mi ti ma.
Esa so odin.
Beto sata.
Eno ti mesremo.
Ano atre no eye ohene a owo kwawu kotoso nana kwachi owuso ansa otoso emienu enso ebobo eye eniema no eso eye bylaws no apart from sa way keeping ede no ebi eka ho so no ode eka ho na fe o kire mu se hia nti e wose wo mutu sa anamo no eno so ode tuja
yo mu obi ano ne asi krom ha no omahu omate omunye omadwen se omubefo omuhu adida biere da ananom yaji abusumudi sebe amani ni amamra yempanifo ye edigi yasasi maye no ebia ne yenso so yedi so na wo biara a wo ka ho no kai hunu se umfa hu ni da biere da na fe so me san bokoko se wo biara wo de sa epobone no ahye otirim se ye kotoso ha se ye kwamamu ha se ba bibiara usa nipa no sakra sabe se ye ba eba bekun de hia enyo de ye ba bekun ba enyo de adenti na se kafache obi pe hye okutupa se ye sikaje se ye den na odi